Missing my partner in crime. I'm missing my shameless plugger. I'm just really missing a lot, and I'm really sad that Winsome couldn't be here. But she's out in LA right now. She's having a great time. So let's send Winsome. Can we get some hearts? Let's get some hearts. Let's send Winsome some hearts real quick. Send her some love. There we go. Winsome, all those hearts right there for you. You know she liked the Skittle colors, so I see some red, I see some yellow. Give me some more. Give her some more variety, some more flavor. Facebook, what's up? How you doing? Facebook, we love you too. We love you. How's it going? Just welcome to the show today, and just really appreciate the company that you guys have coming in. So, without any further ado, let's get to the roll call. Roll call. Where's everybody watching from? Let's see. I'm watching Facebook or Periscope directly. Oh, we got Boston in the house. Boston. We went to Martha's Vineyard a couple months back, so I got to fly through Boston Airport. The people at the Boston Airport were really nice to me. I asked this guy this one question, and he didn't even make eye contact. There was no Southern hospitality. I don't know. Maybe because I'm from the South, so. Anyway, but shout out to Boston. I'm a former Miami Heat fan, but after how they did Dwayne Wade, I just don't know how I feel about that team anymore. But, we had that big, good rivalry against the Boston Celtics, so, a number of love for Boston. Anybody else? Where you guys calling in from or coming in from? Let's see here. Oh, this is a new feature on Facebook. ATL, well, of course. What's up, ATL? ATL, we got love for you. We're so happy to be in the city. Shout out to all the ATLians. I see Fort Lauderdale. I'm from Pompano. Holla at you, 954 Broward County, Pompano, 950 Pizza. Let me stop throwing up all my signs before I get in trouble out here. So I'm really interested today to see you guys. Of course, we always have our weekly competitions. The one that is our fan favorite, according to the Periscope fans, is Who's Got Heart. Now, the way Who's Got Heart works is whoever has the most hearts, whoever gives the most hearts during the show, they get to be blasted all over our social media accounts, and they get to see and feel and get the exposure that every actor, everybody in the industry would want to have. So we appreciate you very much. And matter of fact, our winner last week was Asia Nicole. Now, Asia, her name is spelled A-I-J-A. This is my best rendition of your name, and I hope I got it right because I practiced. Listen, I studied, I Googled, but Asia's what I came up with. So Asia Nicole with over 2,500 hearts. Do you know what that means? She must have been tapping all 5 fingers the entire show. So, we really appreciate you. Keep the love coming. Matter of fact, let me get everybody who's watching the show right now on Periscope and on Facebook to share and tweet right now. Share and tweet. Share this broadcast. Let people know that ActorScope is on. I got so many friends. I got my Facebook Live going right now. And I got so many friends who hit me up all the time. And their main question to me is, Mike, how do I get in the industry? Mike, I want to act. Mike, I want to do this. Mike, I want to do that. It starts right here. It starts right here. Watching ActorScope and keeping yourself informed and keeping yourself in the know and keeping what it is that you want to do in your life at the forefront of your brain. What's this? The frontal lobe? Anyone? Yeah, frontal lobe. There we go. I paid attention one day in anatomy and I picked that up in 11th grade. How you like me now? But anyway, you have to keep that at the top of your head in order for it to continue to grow, for you to fester into it, and for you to ultimately get the growth that you're looking for. We also have another competition. This is for our Facebookers out there. Shout out to Facebookers out there. On Facebook, we have the Who's Been Watching, where we ask a question, and whoever emails the answer first actually gets to get the same exposure as far as us sending your headshots everywhere, all over across the stratosphere. So, the winner is none other than Kamari Deshay, one of my favorite folks. Now listen, y'all, Kamari is dedicated. Not only does she come to WSA, and I'm sure she goes everywhere else whenever an audition is available, she grinds, she works, she does other things that show the passion that you need in order to make it through this industry. So shout out to Kamari. She's probably the undisputed champion thus far. We appreciate you. And this is also a call to you all who are watching, because if you keep letting her win, what are you doing with your life? What are you doing? What are you doing? Listen, this is your opportunity to get yourself out there. WSA is an international company. I'm going to let y'all sit on that and marinate for a second on the word international. All right? WSA. Well, It don't say international on my shirt, but it does say international on my shirt.
It says entertainment.
It says it on the back. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. All right. So outside of that, let me tell you guys what the next question is. So for those of you on Facebook, whoever is the first person to email wsa.actorscope@gmail.com the answer to this question, you will be blasted all over the stratosphere. Is that a fair deal? Fair deal? All right, cool. So we want to ask you guys a question from last week's show. And you can always go back on Facebook Live. You can always go back on Periscope and see the previous week's show to get the answer, okay? So here's the question. Meryl Streep gave us 10 keys to success. Not DJ Khaled. Meryl Streep. 10 keys to success. Out of the 10, go ahead and tell us 3. It's only 30%, okay? 30%, you couldn't even use that to graduate from high school. But all we asking you for is 30%. 30%, email wsa.actorscope@gmail.com. 3 out of the 10 keys that Meryl Streep gave us last week for keys to success. So with that being said, we're going to move on. Normally this is when Winsome answers your questions. I'm not Winsome, and if you ask me a question, I'm going to tell you the very first thing that comes to my mind. As accurate as it'll be, I can't tell you. So instead of giving you guys possibly false information, I decided to give you guys a little something different this week. This week we're going to talk about Mike's top 3 words of advice. Everybody ready? This is Mike's top 3 words of advice. Actually, no. I scratched that. That's not what I'm going to do. I'm going to do something else. I'm not going to do Mike's top 3 words of advice. I'm going to do the top 3 things that Mike doesn't want to talk about today. All right? The top 3 things that Mike does not want to talk about. The first thing Mike does not want to talk about today is failure. I don't want to talk about failure because failure is not an option. In this business, you're going to hit walls. It's going to hurt. You're going to be rejected. You're going to tell you're not pretty enough. You're going to be told that you're not tall enough. You're going to be told you're not slim enough. But guess what? Just because those doors were blocked does not mean that you failed. It means that that was not your opportunity. But if you stick with the course, you keep going with it, your opportunity will come. Just stick with the grind and don't worry about anything else. The second thing that Mike does not want to talk about today is quitting. Because quitting is also not an option. You see, quitting is making a decision to say, I don't want to do X, Y, or Z anymore. What I'm telling you all today is, whatever it is that you're pursuing with your life, don't quit. It's going to be hard because whatever's hard in life just means that it's worth it. If it was easy, who would want to do it? You know? So the second thing Mike doesn't want to talk about today is quitting. And third thing, the last thing that Mike does not want to talk about today is the election. Don't ask me no questions. I'm going to give that about 3 seconds to mess her in. Don't ask me nothing about the election. And it's not because I'm bitter, it's not because I'm upset or X, Y, Z. I just don't know what to say yet, and I need some time to process. So, those are the top 3 things that Mike does not want to talk about today. And we're going to leave it right there. Usually I'm a man of many opinions, but you know, today I'm just going to... You ever seen like people who go to interviews and then you can tell that they were not ready to answer the question and they just start talking and their mind and space goes everywhere? That's not going to happen today. I just need some time to process. I just had a long night. I didn't sleep. And I could use a drink. But anyway, being that we're going to move on to one of my favorite parts of the show that I usually do. But since Winsome is not here and she entrusted me with the desk, I'm going to bring back one of my favorites, Anais, and she's going to let us know what's casting in the ATL and other places.
Hi guys, yes, I'm back. I'm playing Mike today.
That's good. That's an interesting role, isn't it?
It feels a little weird.
Right. See, the way you got to sit in that chair, you got to lean. Because
I feel like that?
Yeah, I left the print in there.
Yeah, so, I know, because it's like the butt cushion is just like...
Yeah, it might not be... Okay, right. So, you know, you just be careful, okay? All right, cool. So, tell us, what's casting? What's going on?
Well, what I've got for you is Al Pacino.
One of my favorites.
Yes.
And one of someone else's favorites that we know very well.
Hi, Winsome.
The W in my shirt.
You.
She loves that. She loves that guy, doesn't she?
But she loves our shirts more.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
We can do some shameless plugging for her.
Always,
Yeah,
always. Shameless plug.
Shameless plug for the boss. Okay. So he's got a show, a new film called Hangman. And what they're looking for are men and women to portray cops, detectives, and EMTs. And they are taking all ethnicities, 21 years and older. You're going to email hangitatl@gmail.com. Again, it's hangit, HANGIT, ATL@gmail.com. And in the subject line, you're going to put law enforcement.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
I think you should go for it.
You know what?
No?
I think I'm gonna sit this one out.
You guys sit that one out?
Still processing.
Oh, still processing. You
Yes.
might like this one better.
What is it?
Black Panther.
Oh, where I gonna sign up at, girl? You didn't tell me nothing. What's up? Tell me
Okay,
about
see,
this one.
told you. You can pull it off. They are looking for Korean and Filipino men and women 18 to 80 years old. I think you pull off Filipino.
I think I can too.
Filipino, really?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. If you
All
think
right.
it, then
All
hey,
right,
listen.
see?
Listen, let me tell y'all something. When you go into these auditions, right, it's not about what you think about yourself.
Exactly.
It's what they think about you.
Exactly.
So listen, if she was my casting director, the casting director for Black Panther, and she told me that I could play Filipino, I'm gonna go in there and play Filipino. Boy, ain't gonna be nobody more Filipino than me. Tell you that right now.
See? So you can do it.
Right.
All right, what you're going to do is you're going to put Korean man or woman or Filipino man or woman in the subject line, and you're going to email blackpantherextras@gmail.com. Again, it's blackpantherextras@gmail.com.
Cool.
And we got...
On top of that, shout out to one of my really good friends, May Lore. May actually drove from Tallahassee all the way up here to
That's
go
what I'm
to
talking
a
about.
casting call for Black Panther.
That's how you do it.
That's what it takes, you
If
know?
you really want it. That's
So
what
shout out to
gotta
you,
do.
May. You did it. Congratulations. Keep going.
And Marinella Hume is casting the originals. Can't believe that show's still on. They are looking for men or women, all shapes, sizes, and ethnicities to portray townspeople, 18 years and older. Put male or female townspeople in the subject line, and you're going to email mhc.originals@gmail.com. Again, the email is mhc.originals@gmail.com. And if you miss it, don't worry, we're going to put it up on our page, and you can get all that information again. And for the final thing, this is one of your favorite shows,
What's that?
House of Cards. You actually do. You love Kevin Spacey.
I absolutely love House of Cards.
I know you're obsessed with it.
Yeah, it's just...
Processing.
I don't think...
Processing.
Just listen. I don't think that I have to wait for the next season to begin to know what's going to happen. All right, go ahead. Keep going. You're right.
Okay.
Looks like we got that AmeriFirst plan.
Yeah, I see. So House of Cards is casting political guests for a big scene on Friday, November 11th. Again, the date is Friday, November 11th. The time is to be determined. It could be as early as 6 a.m., so you must be open all day to be on set. So that doesn't mean you show up at 6 and leave at 7.
That's what it takes. Well, listen, thank you so very much. I truly, really appreciate you.
Of course,
And
darling.
I'm just going to go ahead and we're going to get our special guest on, okay?
Let's go for it.
Now, listen, guys, I'm really, truly excited about our special guest. And let me just tell you a little bit about Lamont Pierre. Well, Lamont Pierre attended FSU, where I actually met him over in Tallahassee. I was at FAMU. Shout out to them Nogs. That's where he got 2 degrees. One in English and creative writing, and the other was in political science. He created the independent, made-for-television drama series, My Brother's Keeper. And this guy right here is just like one of the most awesome people that I've known in my film-making life. And I'm not going to spoil it all for you. I'm just going to go ahead and introduce, ladies and gentlemen, of the Art House, no other than Lamont Pierre.
Applause.
You got applause, man. You got applause. What? Man, listen.
Where am I looking?
Well, this is
You know, camera
Periscope. Say
person,
what's up to
so,
Periscope.
Right here.
Yes, Periscope.
Hey, what's
world.
up, Periscope?
This is Facebook right here.
What's up, Facebook?
So you know,
Facebook.
yeah, we all going in right now. So this is Lamont Pierre, everybody. So Lamont, why don't you go ahead and just tell the people about yourself a little bit?
Well, I am a filmmaker.
Extraordinaire.
Whatever. I'm
I
a
can say
filmmaker here in multicam. I gotta get used to this. All right, I don't know where to look.
Right.
Where's the main place?
You can just look at yourself right here. We're all right here. Yeah,
Okay.
right.
I'm a filmmaker, of course, mostly based here in Atlanta. I have a production company / network of original series and films called the Art House, and we work every day with our situation. So that's who I am: writer, director, filmmaker.
Cool. And if I can just share a quick story with you guys, right? So when I was a student at FAMU, it was my freshman year. I'm not gonna say what year it was, but it was my freshman year, and there was a movie that was being cast on campus. It was called Dreaming in Color. Directed by, written and directed by James Bland. Shout out to James Bland. He's still in LA doing it big. But the thing about it is that when I auditioned, there was not actually a role for me, but they enjoyed my audition so much. My audition was in front of him and in front of James, that they actually created a character for me to play. And when they created the character, the director only had me in one scene. But Lamont fought for me so hard to get at least 2 or 3 scenes out the movie. Eventually, the director was like, it's not really nothing. But the fact that he fought for me, and I was just like, from that moment on, and I've seen him work, like with My Brother's Keeper. I played a character in My Brother's Keeper. We still don't know what happened to my character. The last season, like, there was a gunshot, and then I just never, that's like the 3rd show I've died on. Goodness gracious. So just tell me, what kind of stories do you like to tell?
Oh man, I always say with the Art House, I like to say that we tell stories for the obscure, all right? For people who are kind of the unnoticed people and characters and situations that are often not written about, especially with minority characters and specifically African American characters, of course. We know that we're underrepresented in media, so I try to write stories that people aren't trying to tell because everybody's stories are important, and that's what I try to add to the game. So
now listen, understand what I'm telling you guys here, okay? Way back when I first met Lamont, he was already making web series before there was web series.
that is very true.
I don't think you guys understand. This man is revolutionary. He was doing this before it became the thing to do. My Brother's Keeper has 3 seasons?
Yeah.
How many episodes? Okay, hold on. How many series overall have you created to date?
To date, it's probably somewhere around 15.
Listen to the question, guys. I asked him how many series, how many different stories that he's created. He said 15. And we're not talking about things you wrote and stuck in the basement. We're talking about things we can go and press play on.
Yeah. But currently, the Art House, we're in production on about 10 different series and 2 feature films, actually. My next feature films are on deck. We're trying to make those happen. But our day-to-day is producing our series. So we have about 10 series that are in different stages of production. Wow. But at any given time on our network, about 3, maybe 4 series are running their season. And so we really are the best way to think of us is like a baby network. That is our structure. So shows run their season, and then they go on break, and then we replace it with another show, and all that. So that's what we do. But we have a lot of shows, and a lot of cast, and a lot of actors. I work with amazing actors. I have our shows film mostly here in Atlanta, but some of them we shoot in New York, and 1 or 2 are out in LA. So I have a lot of cast, a lot of actors.
So
a lot of actors.
Atlanta and LA. So
Atlanta, LA, and New York.
Do you work out of any other cities besides Atlanta, LA, and New York?
When we need to, if we have to do one-off shoots, or we have to go somewhere like Charlotte or Miami or something like that, then we travel there, knock out whatever scenes we got to do, and then come back here. So that's our life.
So how would one, and we have plenty of people watching the show right now via Facebook and via Periscope, how does one get involved? Are you looking for people to be involved with your work, or?
Always looking for people. I'm always taking headshots and reels from actors, so you can always submit to what we're doing. We're always casting. I like to say that we're always casting wherever you are, mostly in Atlanta, New York, and LA. All right, and then any surrounding cities. And then right now, in particular, however, I am recruiting for new team members to join the Art House creative team. So that's writers, directors, overall filmmakers. Of course, we're always looking for, crew, standard film crew. But I am trying to put together kind of like a dream team of innovative, I call them urban millennial creators that want to produce, edgy, bold, progressive content that is artful, because we're getting away from the art of filmmaking, and that's the reason why we're called the Art House, is to underscore the art house genre that I feel like is kind of dying off, and I don't want it to die off. We want art house films to stay, so that's what we try to focus on and find people who have those sensibilities.
So let's be really clear to what you all out here in Periscope land, what you all in Facebook land just heard. Let's just make this very, 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 very clear. We have someone sitting here at ActorScope saying that they are looking for a team. And I'm so happy you're saying that. This is for you, and for you, and for you who love to come in my inbox and love to come in WSA's inbox. Don't worry, I got the passwords on those too. And say, hey, when's the next project? Hey, y'all need to put me in something. This is your moment. This is the time when you say, hey, I fit this description, so maybe I should go ahead and submit and see where it goes. Now, here's what I also say at the same time. This ain't for all of y'all either. Like, we want to be very clear what I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, the Art House is looking for. It seems to me that the Art House is looking for people who are serious, who are committed.
More than serious, who grind, who are on their grind already and want to join up with, a team that already are, a group of overachievers. If you're here to play, if you're not really sure what you want to do, we're good. Maybe you can come intern or something like that. But team members, we want people who are already dope, to, add to our team of collaborators so that we can continue doing what we do. All right, I'm literally refreshing my team and trying to pull in a stronger team.
So
how? Art House.
So are these paid positions? Are these entry positions?
The Art House makes money. Like, we are one of the few indie network kind of like situations where we came into monetization probably about 2 years ago. So all of our content pays for itself. All right, we make money through our content on our subscription platform. So we are actually able to pay our staff and things like that. So,
Let me make another announcement.
Yes.
Listen, not only is there opportunity here, but there's also a monetary aspect. Yeah. Now, what I will say is that's big. That's major, coming from an indie network with people who you've been at this for a very long time.
Very long time.
And what you are is a representation of growth. You're a representation of what a lot of filmmakers here who are watching this show, what they represent and what they eventually want to get to. So people, what other better way than to learn from somebody who's done it? How do people get in touch with you?
Well, can I say something?
Absolutely.
Before we segue to that? Because I wanted to point something out that I've noticed, especially here in Atlanta with a lot of indies. There's a lot of indies here doing some really amazing things. What I've learned is that a lot of indies don't know how to partner up. All right, I see a lot of people trying to do GoFundMe campaigns for their films, for their web series, and all that, and that's great and everything. They're very hard to do if you don't have an audience, so that's great. Do your thing. I was there before too, but what we offer is a situation that already has some resources and it already has an infrastructure and a strong foundation. And so what I find is that a lot of indies have not figured out how to monetize their content. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a year and a half ago, I was able to quit my job completely. This is what I do full time: run my company day to day, day in and day out, and fund my my life. Like this is our company, And so it's a hard nut to crack with a lot of indies. But what I find is there's a lot of indies that are they just don't know how to find the resources that they need to continue to do what they do. They're just kind of like, I don't know, struggling on their own. But anyway, the Art House offers a situation for you to be empowered as an artist and as a filmmaker and as a creative. And so I'm looking for people who have an appreciation for that kind of setup, if that makes any sense at all.
That makes perfect sense, and I think
Kinda
that's
rambled for a second, but
no. I
that's
think
the
that's
point.
essentially what people want. I think that's essentially what people need to do. And if you want to continue to make films, this is a great way to do it. So, Lamont, just real quick, let people know how to find you. And again, what we're going to do is actually, if those of you who are on our Facebook page, we're going to post a couple links, a couple of the trailers, a couple of work that Lamont has done. And so you can get a look. And we're also, the same information he's going to give us now as far as how to reach him, how to contact him. You'll also be on our page too. So make sure you go to our page, our Facebook page. Those of you on Periscope, go to Facebook, type in WSA ActorScope in the search, and you're going to see me rocking this nice shirt right here. I promise it's clean now. I wore it back then. I washed it, so it's fine. It's great. It's good. So tell us, how do we get in touch with you?
Well, you can. Well, first of all, I always send people to our content first. All right, so I always say, and this is just a good note. I'm sure you've given this to them before. Do your homework before you reach out to people. Don't be one of those that blind submits to things. It wastes your time and theirs. All right, know what you're submitting for. So for us, if you go to www.thearthousetv.com, that will route you to our YouTube channel, where we have almost 30,000 subscribers and almost 4 million total views. Go there and check out our content. We have a diverse slate of series. You will see that. And then you can hit me up or the company up at info@thearthousetv.com for any creative actor submissions, and send your materials. All right. Oh, and type your emails professionally, please. Don't be one of those, because I would tend to pass you by. But that's our information.
That's how it works.
Be professional.
So listen, Lamont, I want to thank you so much for being our guest today.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Again, thank you everybody. Lamont of the Art House. His information again to get in contact with him will be on our page on Facebook. Go to Facebook and search WSA ActorScope. You hear?
That's right.
Good? Cool. All right, well, without anything else, I'm going to go ahead and segue into our last segment. So why don't you join me for it, okay?
Okay, cool.
Everybody knows that around this time, Winsome does what she calls Summy Sense, where she imparts knowledge and tells us about different things, and she tells us about different things and different aspects of experiences that she learned in her life. I'm going to do my own version of it real quick. It's going to be called Mikey Says.
Okay.
Does that work?
Yeah.
I don't really like people calling me Mikey, so don't get used to it, but you know. And what Mikey says today is, you got to get the Romos out of your life.
Wait, the what?
The Romos.
Okay.
Let me tell you. So, the Dallas Cowboys, a team that I am not a very big fan of, but you got to give credit where it's due. The Dallas Cowboys have been a very terrible football team for a very long time. Matter of fact, their glory days was like the 90s, mid to late 90s.
Right.
After that, they've had a rough time.
Okay.
And the reason why they've had a rough time a lot, they've had different problems, different players, different personalities. But I think the main thing that they've always had an issue with was their quarterback, which is Tony Romo.
Okay.
Now, the thing about him is, he's not a bad quarterback, but he's not a good quarterback. But the thing is that the organization itself, they're always so stuck on, he's our guy, that's who we're going with, that's who it is, shut up about it, don't ask any questions, we're going with Romo.
Yeah.
They haven't made it to the playoffs in maybe pushing 10 years. They haven't done so many things. So what ended up happening was Romo actually got hurt. And in comes this rookie, first year in the league right now. And the Dallas Cowboys, as we speak right now, are 7-1.
Wow.
The Cowboys are 7-1. And you know what they had to do? They had to get rid of the Romo in their life.
Right.
So what are you going to do? You have to identify the Romo that's in your life. You got to identify the thing that even if you don't want to admit it, is probably holding you back. And you got to say, enough.
Oh, man.
Folks, get rid of the Romos in your life. The people telling you that you can't be an actor. The people telling you you can't be a writer. You can't be a director. People telling you X, Y, and Z. Get all that noise out and go forward, moving your destiny. And maybe you could be 7 and 1. Maybe you could be 7 and 0. I'm just kidding. Well, listen, guys, that's all we got for the show today. Thank you for watching ActorScope. Next week, hopefully, Winston will be back. If she's not, I'm gonna rock with y'all. And no matter what, remember, we're gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right.
We'll be all right.
Thank you all. Have a great one. See you next week. Same back time.
Same bad channel.
All right, baby. See you later.